everybody, this is a good morning from Lake Macquarie on a beautiful sunny day, and John's just finished cleaning the boat. So last week John talked about a bit about the boat, but I thought I'd just elaborate a little bit more. So Huon Cry was the first North Shore built. Her plug was used for other fiberglass North Shores. So she's made of Huon pine, hence the name Huon Cry. So we brought her to Lake Macquarie April last year, and she was only here for 2 days, and another boat hit her, so a lot of work had to go into her to get her fixed. So she wasn't on the water for about 8-9 months. So if you go to our website, you'll see the damage that she sustained. So we had to put all new stanchions and life rails. She got a new push pit and pull pit, and we also made up new seats for her so we can sit at the back, which I'm going to do now. I might get a wet bum back. So yeah, so she's a work in progress. We had to fork out extra money because they found a lot of rot in the bow of her, on the transom, sorry. I just got corrected. As you know, we'll learn that I am new to yachting, so yeah. So all our savings went into fixing her, and now I had to go back to full-time work so we can finish off, so we can sail off into the sunset, hopefully. So she's a beautiful boat. We love her. Just a lot of work at the moment.
The main itself has lazy jacks fitted. The original cover went rotten. We salvaged the fiberglass battens from it, although they're now starting to deteriorate because we've taken so long to get new covers. The new main we bought really can't go on the boom until we get our new cover with lazy jacks fitted, so it's got somewhere to support it.
And we bought the main second hand, didn't we?
Yeah, we bought a brand new main that only been put up the mast once. The guy didn't like it for this type of boat, for a North Shore 38. We were very lucky. It was a $6,000 sale, and I talked them down to $2,000. So we've got a brand new, quite a high spec, fast cruising racing main for the boat, which we haven't even put up yet. So yeah, we'll see how we travel. Yeah. We resurrected, as shown in our blog, we resurrected the were green stanchions when we had all the new stanchions and lifelines replaced. We got my brother to take them over and got them powder coated, and they all came up beautifully. But Hank was, when I was talking to him, very pleased that we kept those because they were custom made for this boat, extra strength. Most of the stanchions these days are very lightweight, and usually are attached to the side of the support for the hull, and they tend to bend and break, and yeah, so in the rebuild, the original bow fitting was changed. We had a new stainless steel bow fitting made. The original one was just a stainless steel strap down the stem post. That was where all the rot turned out to be. We didn't realise, unfortunately, the surveyor missed it. It seemed sound at the time, but yes, it wasn't. So virtually from the chain locker post to the bow on the deck was replaced in the rebuild, and a quarter of the top stem of the stem post was replaced, as you can probably see in some of the photos that we've posted. We have a nice new, very solid stainless steel bow and new pulpit, and a place for somewhere to put a proper anchor. Being a cruiser racer, it was never designed to have proper anchors set, so it was used to have an anchor locker up forward and a small deck hatch, and it was always a pain to lift the anchor out and deploy the anchor, then manually pick it up. Our major job that we have to do, which hasn't been installed, is to put a small anchor winch up forward, which hopefully will be in the near future, amongst other things that we've got planned for the boat. We're going to be putting a lot more elbow grease into sanding and re-varnishing some of the timber work, which hasn't survived. The yacht's been out now in the sun for probably 14 months, and the varnish was supposed to be around 12 months or better. It hasn't survived. It's decided to start thinning out and getting grey and yucky and stripping and doing all the cracking. And
Yeah, so if anybody's got any ideas on what we should do,
yeah, as a
please leave a
message.
Comment.
We have been told about putting epoxy resin, diluted epoxy resin, as the first coat on the bare timber, and then putting the varnish on top, because the UV in the varnish is better than the epoxy, but we're yet to find out. It's, as Kim said earlier, it's a work in progress. Thank you.
Give you a tour inside. This is the galley. We did have a metho stove, but I didn't like it, so we took it out. It's got a fridge freezer in the corner there. This is the salon, a little seating area. There we got the nav table. We have a portable fridge, a 3/4 berth there. And in here we've got like little cupboards. It's a bit of a work area at the moment, so mess everywhere. And the head with our new toilet, woohoo. And up the forward berth we have where John and I sleep, which is really good. And say hello, John. So this is Dave, John's twin brother. So Dave, what's your experience on the water?
I've been sailing since 1976. Have a love of the water, a passion of sailing, and it's in the blood now, and I want to keep sailing as long as possible. From the year 2000, I changed direction job-wise and got into repairing boats, building boats, maintaining them, and I've had several jobs prior to the accident, which then slowed me up somewhat. And
so what sort of accident did you have?
I ended up going to hospital, and unfortunately they found a very large aneurysm on the aorta, which by the time they fixed it, yes, I'm still here nearly 8 years later, but it's wrecked me from being able to do full-time work. I can only do a little bit of part-time, and even then, unfortunately, some days I can't do much at all, other days I can, so it's very hard to get a medical certificate from any doctor to say that I can go back to doing even part-time work. So now I'm semi-retired. Well, it makes it easier for working on the boat a bit. I just take my time, whereas most people could do certain jobs in, say, 30 minutes to an hour on the yacht. Sometimes it takes me half a day, but I just move along at my own pace.
So what's your history with Huon Cry?
Originally, when it was brand new, I started sailing with my brother. We raced her for the first 2 or 3 years out of Rushcutters Bay on Sydney Harbour. John's done more ocean racing than I have, At that point in my life, I was in a different direction, and I was still doing the Naval Reserve for the Australian Navy. So I was away a lot on weekends. Sorry, John and Kim Border. But it became a battle over 12 months or more to actually bring her back up to where you could say that you were comfortable going out for a sail and or motoring her anywhere without the worry of things falling apart and or stopping. And then when it got damaged, it took a further few months before she came back on the water. So it's been a few sails, a few small trips, and that's been it. So it's going to continue, hopefully in the future, once it gets a bit better and it's a bit more back up to date. Over the last few months, I've been doing work on it for them because I'm closer, and it's just a matter of writing up a little list, sitting down, going through methodically, doing the plumbing, doing the wiring, putting in a new toilet, plumbing for that, electrics for that, new water tanks, new hoses, and there's still more wiring to go.
And a lot of varnishing.
And yes, hundreds of hours of varnishing, and getting it back from a black grey mouldy looking timber to where the varnish work now actually has a bit of a decent shine on it. But it's just a very much a labour of love.
So thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you.
G'day.
Hello, welcome aboard the Huon Cry on a grey, wet Sunday afternoon.
Much different to yesterday where it was nice and sunny.
It was beautiful, yes. I was up the mast yesterday. Today I wouldn't even be outside.
You get to see him up the mast next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a sight. But never mind. Just a quick update on my history with sailing. I've done with this yacht 2 Pittwater to Coffs Harbour races in the early mid-80s, a Sydney to Mooloolaba on this yacht, numerous short and long offshore races, junior inshore races with this yacht, as well as sailing with various people on Sydney Harbour for 20 plus years. Started sailing in the late 70s when my brother and I moved back to Sydney after school, high school, and we've been in and around water and sailing most of our lives ever since. So this has been a dream of ours to have a nice, comfortable yacht, and Huon Cry is definitely that. So yeah, it's been a dream that's come true. Hopefully we can take our dream and finish her off, and you'll find us offshore sailing in the near future.
Hopefully in about 16 months. That's what we're aiming for.
Yes.
The only thing that's going to stop us is money, really, to finish her off. My yachting history or sailing experience is basically nothing. If you look at our first episode on YouTube, you'll see that I've only had very limited experience. Okay, until next episode where you see John up a mast. See you then.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.